Hello everybody, Mr. Storm here. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, Millennium Dawn, Germany. In the last episode, we are still working through our early stages, our focus trees, knocking out a few of the industrial focuses, starting to work through some of the political ones. We are getting enough army experience to make some adjustments to some of our templates, like our Panzer Brigades, our Panzer Grenadier Brigades, all of that. We need to get the divisions up, and we need to start setting up some other divisions. We're going to need Marines, we're going to need air cavalry, we're going to need all kinds of stuff like that. So we have work to do there. And we'll continue our research. In fact, we just got a new hull. And so let things run. And a little bit more experience build up, because I think we're going to want to design a new IFV here soon. Election campaign heating up as the race enters the final 2 weeks. The United States wants to build infrastructure. We're going to decline that. Reza Pahlavi returns to Iran. Oh yeah, because we had the Iranian Civil War as well, which saw Iran go Western outlook. Still no elections. Reza Pahlavi has returned to his former homeland of Iran following his victory in the Grand Referendum, with crowds of people welcoming him at Tehran International Airport as he walked down the stairs of the plane. His return to Iran brings about a sigh of relief in the West, as his policies of secularization and modernization will drift the nation away from radical Shiite Islam and more closer to an ally. Upon hearing this news, many NATO nations have dropped support for the Saudi monarchy and have returned to backing the Iranians, as Saudi policies become less appealing. This shift in support has caused new tension between Tehran and Riyadh, which could spiral out of control if it is not dealt with properly. Yeah. If Hafez al-Assad dies. Okay. Alright, we got stereolithography. We continue working on improving our production efficiency and outputs. Multi-walled carbon nanotubes. Sure. Still building our comsats and launch vehicles. We need better launch vehicles. We'll get there, I guess. Alright. Let's go ahead and get in here and set up a brand new infantry fighting vehicle, an IFV. So, we have the 3rd generation IFV hull. Replace the LAV 300, and I believe the IFV that was designed around this time frame, that is in service with the German army, is the Puma. And that is, I guess, what we're going to go ahead and call it. And yeah, because Puma has been, a light infantry fighting vehicle or armored car historically. So do we want to go wheeled suspension or torsion bar? I think that the real world vehicle is tracked. We'll go with torsion bar suspension. It'll be a little slower, but more durable. We're gonna need to give it an engine. Where's the engine? Let's see, gas turbine. Do we want to go with a gas turbine engine? Or stick with a diesel engine? Let's go with a diesel engine for the moment. Diesel engines, fuel usage, production cost, 5.3, 1.5. Whereas these are 6.9 and 1.65. So they're more expensive to build and they consume more fuel, but they are faster. Let's just stick with the diesel. And let's see where that gets us. We're going to go with improved steel. What's the other option? Yeah, that really... Cold War composite. If we're going to go with a diesel, I think we stick with the steel armor. If we upgrade this to a turbine engine, then we can go with the composite. Think about it. We're going to go with ERA. Like, this actual speed here, I think is like average speed. It's not like maximum speed. Alright, what do we want to give it? Do we want to give it an autocannon? If you think, I think it would be an autocannon, right? RH, R20, R... Let's go with that. Let's see. We would lose reliability. We would lose some soft attack. We would gain some hard attack. We would lose some speed. Yeah, stick with the autocannon. Let's see. Unbanned AFV turret. Increases of our armor. Let's see. Double autocannons. No, we'll go with a coaxially mounted machine gun. We will give it... if we're going with a coaxial mount, I don't think we need the top mount. We could give it some spaced armor. Smoke launchers and an external ATGM launcher. We could go with more expensive, higher quality equipment. That might be the route we go. Because we're not starting off as like a tiny little country that has to worry about, you know, production rates and, you know, how fast we can build stuff and kind of has to go cheap. Like we can go with the better stuff right now. So yeah, let's do that. Let's throw the gas turbine engine there. Let's armor 14 increases hardness, increases armor, increases breakthrough. It does reduce speed, but we're still okay. All right. Now, it could go wheeled, which would increase the speed. But no, we're going to keep it tracked. Here. All right. Save. All right. And that means... Gerard. Schroeder coalition reelected. Make changes in forming a new government. Nope. We're not worried about trying to shift the government right now. Okay, so IFV. We are going to decommission that, and we're going to put the Puma in there. Sierra Leone was annexed. Foreign policy pragmatism. Okay. It is not after the 1st of September 2002. Pension reform. It'll get me a bunch more political power. Yes. Do it. Because what we want... The Sierra Leonean Civil War ends. Despite help from the British and UN troops, the governmental forces of Sierra Leone have been completely driven out of the capital, Freetown. Some members of the government had time to evacuate to Nigeria. Others, unfortunate enough to be captured by the rebels, were promptly gunned down and paraded through the streets of Freetown. Several days of looting have occurred after the fall of the government as rebels across the country celebrate their victory. The country will most likely fall to anarchy and chaos as the militias no longer have any other enemies apart from the local populace. Alright. No... Actually, we can't go neo-imperialism. So we can use that political power for other purposes. Like setting manufacturers, stuff like that. Country's vote is no. We're voting against everything the EU does, just because. Alright, we need a little bit more tech metals. I didn't even look at that. One of the ministers reached out and said that a few organizational law changes can be made to optimize performance of our police. They will require some personal connection to moving forces. Gains corrupted police management, which grants police cost multiplier minus 20% for 200 days. One of the two options will occur. 20% chance to replace slight corruption with modest corruption. We need to reduce the corruption a little bit more. Research speed... down, factory output down, counterintelligence down. No. I'm gonna pass. Semi-consumption economy. Mixed economy. Let's see, do I give up some resources in an effort to reduce tax costs? Problem is, would I then have to import more, and that would negate any gains we would get? I think at this juncture, it's probably not worth it. All right, Heckler and Cook. Energy weapon research, assault attack, and reliability. Infantry equipment research. Small arms reliability, CNC equipment. We get the more soft attack. Or just the more reliable equipment. Let's take the more reliable equipment. Early Cold War heavy autocannon. Late Cold War heavy autocannon. Alright. Actually, there is one other thing we need to do. Designated Special Forces weapons. We need to design another vehicle. Right. Because we have the 3rd generation APC hull. The Tiger? I don't think we're gonna call that the Tiger. I'll have to devise a name for it. But yeah, you're gonna be wheeled. With the diesel engine, we'll go with just a steel armor. Let's see. Second gen ERA. Speed minus 2.5. Minus 1.5. We'll go with the spaced armor on it. Main armament. Do we give it an autocannon or do we give it a heavy machine gun? I think we give it a heavy machine gun. MG3. Yes. Do we give this armored personnel carrier a turret? It's not an armored fighting vehicle. It's an APC. Right? It's a personnel carrier. So no, we're gonna give it no turret. Let's give it the ergonomic troop doors. Let's go ahead and give it an ATGM. So it can defend itself if needed. This thing might be more of run rather than attack. Give it mine protection. Basically turn into an MRAP. What else can we give it? A top-mounted machine gun. Another machine gun. No anti-tank capabilities. I'm not worried about it not having anti-tank capabilities. We want his survivability. And to function as an APC, not an IFV. Okay. Yeah. Now, the question is, what do we call it? Let me think about that for a minute. Okay, we're going to call this the Hirsch. Or Stag. Yes. There we go. And so our first generation APC is getting replaced by this one. In fact, I want to make sure that you are now obsolete. When ministers reached out to or few organizational law changes to be made to optimize performance of our hospitals. No, we're not increasing our corruption. We do need to set a preferred tactic. Okay. Pension reform. Let's see. Let's go ahead and real quick modern combat doctrines. Let's see, is it going to be international business, or do we want to work on the army a little bit? Yeah, let's work on this. Labor unions demand better health care. Protests demanding democratic reforms in the Ivory Coast have been forcefully suppressed by the police and military. The situation remains tense. Ivory Coast may soon descend into civil war. Something is not done. Well, see. Let's see. Deny the demands. That's fine. General data protection regulation. No. We've also got like all of this. Infrastructure, no. At some point, I am going to have to do a run where we actually go through this. I already have some ideas of what that might eventually be, but we're not going to worry about it now. Let's see. I think we're pretty well caught up on our tanks and armored fighting vehicles. We're pretty well caught up here. We're getting caught up here, though we could use this. We could use some improved artillery. 700 days. Oh, wow. Right, that's actually ahead of time, isn't it? 3.34 years. We are good across the board there. I think it might be time to try and get that improved orbital launch vehicle, but we are going to need ICBMs. So let's work on it. See, Airbus Defense, fixed-wing aircraft manufacturer. Reliability and operational range. Yes. Helicopters. There's no reason not to go with that one. Hey, we actually got a new division. All right, excavation 1, construction 2. International business. Let's see. Minus Euroscepticism. Well, strengthen ties to Belgium. Northern markets. Transatlantic trade. Green card initiative to increase our research speed. Yes. I don't necessarily want to spend the experience on doctrines. The Ivorian Popular Front declared war on the new forces of Côte d'Ivoire. Fueled by racial tension between the natives of the Ivory Coast and the immigrants. Alright, we got a civil war there. Now, I do have a fair bit of cash on hand. I'm going to spend a little bit of money to get some increased construction speed for the next year. Let's do that. Yeah, civilian satellite communications in the system. Hopefully, soon, we aren't going to need to rely on that. Let's launch the next 10 satellites, or at least as many of them don't fail. 5 of them failed? Oh my goodness. Alright. Well. This is why we need better launch vehicles. Alright, that's done. Let's work on artificial intelligence, neural networks revival, efficiency cap, and research speed. Okay, there's the World Trade Center attacks. What is our response? Let's see. We stay with America no matter what. The United States gets opinion of us. We lose some stability. We lose some political power. Stability is not great right now. Condemn the attacks, but don't make any promises. We get some base stability. United States gains imminent danger to national security. Opinion of Germany minus 75. Ooh, if that didn't go for Salafist. We'll contend the attacks, but we won't make any promises. We'll take the middle route. Alright, the war on terror has begun. Alright, we might have enough here. I think we definitely have enough to work on this. Yeah, let's actually get this. This is Light Infantry Brigade. Some engineers, some artillery. Let's see, combat width. Tanks might be overkill here. Combat width is 3. One. What if we did this? How much is line artillery? That's 3. Some tank, some armor. A little bit more artillery. Yeah, go for that. Oh, those are new transports. Keep working on those. Switzerland has joined the UN. Originally, the Swiss government had refused to join the United Nations out of the end of the Second World War, pointing to the country's continued dedication to its own neutrality, which is especially weird, considering the UN's main seat in Europe is the UNOG, the United Nations Office of Geneva. Now, after a public referendum on the matter, the Swiss government has announced that the country would move forward to abandon its post as a spectator and would now join the organization as a full member. The Damascus Spring. A wave of protests erupted across Syria after the death of the previous president, Hafez al-Assad. People have been demanding a more open and democratic government. The current president, Maher al-Assad, stated that these demonstrations are nothing more than revolutionaries and agents of foreign powers and will be treated as such. Alright, well, I think we're at the end of the episode. Equipment in production. So we'll go ahead and end here. We're still in our building up phase. Yeah, we're still in our building up phase, so we'll have to see. We're basically waiting until next year before we can really advance down this line further. May 2005. Okay, well, let's say we got some time before we can really do much. Just waiting to see if there's anything that's going to happen. And if there are any conflicts that we could potentially send volunteer forces to. Yeah, we need more world tension. Alright, well, we'll see what happens. we'll work more towards that for next episode. So for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.